Hello, good morning, and welcome to Dateline Abuja, your number one general magazine program, informing, educating, and also enlightening you about latest developments within the FCT and its environs. I'm Hauwa Momoh. Today on Dateline, we'll be looking at the Abuja Environmental Protection Board. Their main aim is to achieve a sustainable development of the territory and also secure the health and well-being of the residents. Well, Deadline Abuja went into the streets of the FCT to speak to residents to see or feel the effectiveness of this agency. Let's take a listen.
Abuja has turned from what it used to be. Abuja is very, very dirty right now. Very, very dirty. I don't think we have a minister in Abuja right now. I don't think FCT has a minister at present. What we have now is somebody that is able, that we have seen doing what he's doing in his own way, escorting the president to the airport if he's traveling, but we have not really felt his impact. Abuja is very dirty. There's no area in Abuja that you go to that you not see herdsmen with their heads moving around. We're not saying they should not do what they need to do, but let there be a regulation. Let them move at a particular time. Let people be able to do things at the right time, and that is what we expect the FCT minister to be doing. The FCT minister has not been active since he came on power. Let him sit up. We wish him well. We have been part of Abuja, and we know what Abuja is all about. But right now, Abuja is not the place that we desire it to be.
Well, I think the government are trying their best, but I think that they should, step up their efforts more. Abuja is clean, but not to be compared to before. But I need that, well, the government are trying, but I think that they should step up the efforts.
Well, Abuja is clean, but Abuja is clean because the situation of town now, Abuja is clean, but the place is somehow clear and is somehow silent. Yeah, partially the Environmental Protection Board are trying their best. You understand? The people around are not helping matters. People selling granules will provide you with second waterproof for you to put the shell in the waterproof, but they don't do it. When they put it, they throw it anywhere. So the people in the town supposed to, help the environmental protection.
To some extent, it depends on the area now. Like UTC, I can't say it's not clean to my own taste as per Abuja concerned. But there's some area that we can say is clean, yes.
It's not clean. So we need to talk to the minister of the FCT to make sure that he should make sure that all the people that are selling something in Abuja here, they should put them in order so that everywhere should be clean. If you look at the area 10 from Gwagola down, this is too dirty. This is our federal capital territory. Let them make it clean so that everybody will be seeing it and will be happy.
Abuja is clean.
How can you assess it?
The environmental people, they are really doing their job. They clean it, they pack our bin, then they don't allow anything litter on the street. Abuja is clean.
With the state of things now, people don't have the spirit to do any meaningful thing for Abuja. So Abuja is getting dirty every second. People are not happy. People will come from Maraba to come and start selling granite all over the places. How do you think? They are hungry. The civil servant too, they are not happy too. So the Abuja is dirty.
Today in the studio, I have with me Mrs. Omolola Olanpekun. She is the Director of Abuja Environmental Protection Board. You're welcome to DatelineAbuja.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Abuja has been a very beautiful city, being one of the biggest metropolitan cities in West Africa. People expect Abuja to be clean, and I'm sure that's where your agency comes into play. Can you tell us the main objective or the mission for your parastatal?
Okay, thank you very much. The mission of AEPB actually is not limited to sanitation alone. But people look at the board with the eye of sanitation because, it's like that is the aspect you see mostly. We do a lot. Actually, we are mandated to ensure the safety and security of environment. Going by the name Abuja Environmental Protection Board is a protection of the environment. So anything in code that has to do with the environment actually is a mandate of the board to ensure that it's fulfilled.
Okay, thank you very much for that explanation. Talking about cleanliness in Abuja, we have been seeing some jobs you guys, your ministry of parastatal has been doing, planting trees, trying to keep the city clean. But we have our worries about the suburbs. What is your parastatal doing about cleanliness in the suburbs?
You say even the tree planting is just an aspect of the environment. We have another department that is fully responsible for that, the Parks and Recreation.
Okay. So is Parks and Recreation under?
Parks and Recreation is a department on its own.
Okay.
And you asked about the suburb. Yes. The jurisdiction of Abuja Environmental Protection Board actually is not, it does not stretch actually outside the scope. The city. Yes, okay. Because we have another department like the Satellite Town Development Agency that actually handles the territory, the satellite and the suburb. Okay. So that is the director of the Satellite Town Development Agency. Okay. So we're fully in charge of the satellite town.
Okay, so you're just your main concern is
actually our scope has limited areas. Okay. Though it's the same administration, we work together. Yes.
Okay, Deadline went into the streets of Abuja to find out about people's reactions on the streets and or the roads, and they found out some places are dirty. We know you just did a clean out in some areas and maybe some are still left out. What are your plans towards that?
Actually we have to fulfill our mandate, and then to ensure that the city is safe, is clean and environmentally, and then the areas that are within the scope of AEPB actually, and there are some areas that are not concessioned, so we have some areas that are concessioned to cleaning contractors, and then they cover those areas, but there are some areas that are not under AEPB. Actually within the city, actually the three hands are supposed to be working, like even the AMAC has some areas that they are supposed to cover. So some of those areas belong to some of these harms, but actually since everybody knows AEPB, then we extend our services because we don't want a situation where there will be a gap left unattended to, and we have to cover that gap, because if there's an outbreak of anything in terms of waste, actually nobody will be left out. Like the extension of the APO actually does not fall under the AEPB, but we have to work together. And then when we say the other arm not performing, not really that they're not performing, but if there is a gap in their area of discharge of their duty, then we tend to
take over,
yes,
or assist.
Okay,
now we have some departments under the AEPB. We know we have the task force on that. And do you want to tell us about other areas?
Okay, other departments.
Yes.
Within, actually, we have the environmental conservation, and then we have in environmental conservation, what actually they do is actually the biodiversity aspect, and then they take care of that area. And even in, that's why I said the full tree planting
is not by,
but part of it that is being done is under the conservation department. And then also we have the waste management, and then the liquid waste department. The liquid waste department is the department that takes care of the the sewer line, and then the flow of liquid waste actually from the city to the central sewer point, where the wastewater, the effluent water, is being treated for eventual discharge.
How effective is that?
Effective. Some faces in the city are already connected to the sewer line.
Okay.
It's not all faces that are connected, but the faces that are connected are they have a central network that actually flows to our water treatment plants.
Okay.
And then at the water treatment plant, the water is being treated. It is not fully utilized until other phases are connected.
Okay.
You see full capacity of this the treatment plant. So it is now still working under capacity. So, but actually that is where all the wastewater in the city goes to, and then it is treated and then discharged eventually.
So what are your limitations
about
this? Why it's not yet utilized?
Because there are some other phases that are still developing. It is the infrastructure is not completed. When the infrastructure is completed, they will be connected. Recently, the WIE infrastructure is ongoing and almost completed. So now we have some people from there now trying to connect to. So, and we have some other phases. Abuja is in phases.
Yes.
So actually that is what the challenge in that area is.
Okay, let's come back to our task force.
Now
we have matters arising in courts. People saying the task force come to them to collect demand for money, and if they don't drop the monies, they arrest them, seize their goods, but once they give them some monies, they let them go. Have you heard of any reports as such? We actually went into the streets to get that.
People, you have just said that, but it's good to always confirm whatever you hear. And then actually I know...
And that's why you're here now.
Thank you. And then recently, there was a report actually that someone, the security got, and then to the office of the minister, and then that person was eventually arrested because that person was caught in the act doing that. And then, but actually, I wouldn't want to go that. I wouldn't want to fully agree that they ask for money and then you leave them, and then that is why you have them there. I always like to.
Have you investigated it?
The one that was reported was investigated, and then until the full investigation is complete.
So what about the hawkers on the street? We see a lot of them coming, like they're coming in en masse. Where are they coming from?
Okay, like the issue, like I said, actually, like there is on ground now the ministerial task force that works closely with the enforcement act that actually deals with the issue of hawkers and then other related nuisance. And then what happens is these hawkers are being removed. If you look at the situation and then the record of prosecution in the court, you know that actually the board has been removing them. And then when they remove the ones that the court finds guilty and they cannot pay the fine, we take them to Buhari, and then because that's an evidence for you to know that actually working. But the issue is that we discovered that people bring them into the city, and then they use them to make money, and then the idea is like Abuja is juicy, and then they can easily make money here, and especially when it is Friday, you find some of them coming and said, okay, they are going to the mosque and wherever it is easier for them to get, and they make money there. But we've been discovering that actually some of them even are in the attitude that like this is what they want to do. And then I've discussed with the head of task force, and we've discovered that some of them in the course of arrest, you find some of them having, even some of these beggars have houses.
Wow. And
then even the one they caught some time ago, some few months back, have so much money, and then in the so much money with him, and then the issue is that is what he wants to do, because it's easier for him to make the money.
Yeah. So what are you doing exactly to remove them from the streets?
Actually, you know, the law actually is against this occurs in there. So we use our laws, and then we are trying to say, you know, there's another sister agency, and that is the Social Development Secretariat. We work closely together, and then the Social Development Secretariat, I think they are trying to put up some things, and then how maybe try to introduce them to empowerment programs that can actually take them off the street. But some of them are in the habit that
but they're already rich, they don't even need.
That is it. The quick money they make.
So don't you think you need a new strategy to remove them from the streets?
Yeah, you know,
because when they see the task force coming or your people coming, they start running. I've seen them with my eyes before. Like I see them running, but the next minute they are back.
It is an attitude thing, habits that they have formed over a long time, and then taking it away from them is like you need to orientate them. You need to let them have a perspective that is quite different from what they are living from. Because when somebody already believes that street and then getting money and then quick money, you know, if you collect, somebody gives you about 50 people, gives you 50 naira every day, you know how much within an hour you've gotten, and then they find it very easy, and they, you know, some of them are equally very, I'm telling you, they say they are very, very rich. Some comes from other states, and then to come and do just this business. Some hire all these small
the beggars.
Yes, they hire
some are
them.
even pregnant women, some are, you know, with children, with babies.
We've discovered a lot of things, that some of them hire the babies they carry to beg, and then some of them actually it is attitude.
Or they say they are sick.
So that's a problem we're having.
Don't you think you need a new strategy to?
We'll continue to try to strategize and strategize to see what we can do, and that is what we've been doing. And then we actually, the Honorable Minister of recent through the PAMSEC inaugurated a security meeting to find out actually what actually is going on. You know, actually it's not even safe to have these people around because you don't know who is who. So that's what the administration is working, and then trying to see the best way and what is happening. You know, we have to get to the root of this matter to be able to solve the problem. And that is what the administration is doing. You know, they can't just let the cat out of the bag for you.
Yes,
that
of course,
what they are doing. But actually, pending that time, that they will come up with what is best, and then we can't leave them, and then we'll keep removing. But at times, the people you remove today, and then when they go, and then you take them to the court finds them and release them. Later, after some time, you seal them back. You know, so what another thing is, you know, people appeal to the people. I mean, the public, if they don't cooperate with the government, we will not achieve our aim.
And we actually patronize them.
Exactly.
So we encourage them.
And that is where I'm going. That's, you know, heading and aiding this actually is another issue that we need to try to find a way about. Because if you continue to give, they will continue to come.
And if you continue to buy, they'll continue to sell.
So that is it.
Okay, thank you very much. Last question, I'd like to talk about the illegal structures in Abuja. I know it's still under your...
You know, like under the administration, there are different departments.
Okay.
You know, like our mandate actually, like I said, it's not only limited to sanitation.
Yes.
We have even pollution monitoring.
And you said security of the environment.
Yes, environmental security. And then there's an arm of the administration that deals with structures and buildings. That is the development control. Is another director, that is another agency, department entirely. So, but actually what we do about illegal shanties.
Illegal shanties in front of gutters that are also affecting the environment. We have such in lots of in a lot of staff quarters.
Shanties, actually, once we say, we try to work with the development control and then they mark them for removal. So because actually it is the purview of that agency, that department, development control, to remove illegal shanties. So if any report of such comes to us, we now work together. It's like we are forming we are forming a kind of synergy where we can work together. So where our work is related, we now forward it and say, this is the report we've gotten, and then we form a day, and then our task force move with them so that they can go out and ensure that this is done. And then they might not be able to cover, they might not have covered a lot of areas, but actually they are working. And if you know of recent, actually, the Honorable Minister made some changes in the administration. And then
yes, you've seen that.
Yes. And then some of many of the new incoming people actually just finding their
fix.
Yes. Okay. So, but actually, they are really
work is going on. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just want you to use this opportunity, like you said, to also educate or inform the viewers out there on what the AEPB is doing and how to assist. How transparent you are. Transparent because I just came up to you and I could see you. I'm sure if people write letters or if some form of social media to get your attention, if something is, needs an urgent thing needs to be done, how transparent I use this opportunity to tell viewers out there how to protect our environment and keep Abuja clean.
Okay, thank you very much. What I want to do is that it's what to make Abuja to be very clean is a cooperative synergy. And then I want the people, actually the residents, to cooperate with the government and then let us work together. It does not, it takes all of us to get to where we are going to. Because as we are coming just now, right now, then I saw somebody from the car just dropping the waste right from the car on the road. While we keep, you see the cleaners cleaning the street, and then you still see the people dropping the waste. So where do we get?
And then we blame the government.
Yes, we blame the government. So we need to change that attitude. I believe in that attitude in a change because it's going to make us to get to where we need to get to. Everybody, like I always say, clamor and then clamor for this model city. And then you see people in polished cars and then polished and then wherever. But still, the other day on the road, on the expressway, I found somebody just eating a banana and then throwing it out from his jeep. So what I'm trying to say is that we need to change our attitude. It costs nothing to keep your waste within your car, and then when you get to a waste point, then you just empty it. Then gradually, if we start inculcating this attitude and habit, you will see that we'll get there.
Well, it's still Deadline Abuja. I'll be right back. Stay with us. Most residents, even though they are aware of the consequences of living in a dirty environment, will do nothing about it until they are forced to. It is mandatory for all residents to keep their immediate environment clean and at all times. Join me, same time, same station. I'm Hauwa Momoh. Bye for now.